Welcome back to Transfer Talk, Team Talk, baby. Listen, let's get straight into this. Remember, first of all, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and make sure you smash the bell. I'm flustered. You know why I'm flustered? Because Manchester United are looking frightening. Now, people are going to comment on this and say, oh, why the hell is an Arsenal fan saying this? Listen, I talk about football in general, not just about Arsenal. So I'm starting to do team talk now. It's not Gooner talk. Gooner talk is strictly Arsenal, and then team talk is about what's going on in the world of football. Listen, episode 1 basically. It's not really an episode thing. It's just the name of the show. Listen, Manchester United are looking frightening. I'll be real. The signings they are making, the moves that they are making, I'll be honest, is quite frightening for rival fans. I'm not scared of them next season for Arsenal. Not at all. I think Arsenal won't be there yet. I think that their 1 weak link is the manager, but we'll get onto that. But what I'm saying is Manchester United are no longer going to be the whipping boys. And when I say that, it's that Arsenal used to be the whipping boys. And then we started improving. We got Arteta in, we started moving forward, and now we're up there. Now we're competing for leagues, right? And we just got to get over the line, but we're competing for leagues. A lot of people use that and they hate us for that because we are no longer the banter club. They try to banter us, and the thing is, they're so scared of Arsenal. I'm going to make this about Arsenal for a minute. They're so scared about Arsenal winning something because they know once we win something big, they can't chat shit anymore. They can't. Right now, they've still got their leg to stand on of, but you still ain't done it yet. Bottle job this, bottle job that. But if we go and win the Premier League next season, we'll see what they can say, and it's nothing. The reason Manchester United are looking frightening is because for years, me as an Arsenal fan as well, I hate Manchester United, but I have respect for Manchester United because when I grew up, that was the rivalry. That was who it was. It was Arsenal and Manchester United. We hated each other, you know. So for me, it's frightening because what I'm witnessing is the club change. I've loved the way Manchester United have been run the last few years, the last however many years. I've loved the business they do. I've loved all of that because there's no purpose. There's no thought process to signing the players to run in the club. They were getting run into the ground, similar to us, but they were getting run into the ground, and it was lovely to see because, like, I was one that when people used to get scared of them signing Jadon Sancho, when they signed Anthony, when they signed Bruno Fernandes and these sort of guys, Pogba, Varane, Casemiro, people were frightened at this. I wasn't, because I said there's no point because they're getting these players, but they're not going to change because it starts from the top, and they are just rotten from the core, and it will not change anything. They're just throwing money at these players, not even buying players to fit a certain system or anything like that. So it's funny to me. They can do all that. It makes even more banter when you sign players like that and don't do good. What I've seen now is a change. What I've seen now in Manchester United is a team that have purpose. They have a system that they're trying to push towards. Maybe we haven't seen that on the pitch yet, because the new owners, Ineos, has just come in and stuff. But trust me, over this season, we will start to see that. And they're signing players that obviously fit the mold of what the club want to do. They haven't gone and spent stupid amounts of money on certain players just to make fans happy and to paper over cracks, which is what they used to done. Manchester United 2 years ago would have signed Brandtfait for 70 million. Straight off the bat. As soon as Everton said, no, we want 70 million, Manchester United would have said, here you go. Here you go. Yeah, as people have said to me, they might even have slapped another 10 million just for goodwill on it. Like, this is the sort of stupid stuff Manchester United were doing. They are no longer doing this, and it's kind of frightening to think that they are now going to be moving in the correct and right direction, because it's just another rival that's going to be back up there. And Manchester United have a lot of money. Manchester United have a huge fan base, so Manchester United can get back to winning titles, and it will if all goes as it looks like it could be going, eventually they will be back there again. And I know that happens with most clubs. We all have our highs and lows. You see it with Liverpool, but Manchester United are now, I'd like to say, on their way back again. Like all them years, they were moving forward, but they were on a downward spiral. They were like this. Look, let me. This was Manchester United. They were moving forward, but it was going like this, slowly, slowly. Now they're moving forward and it's slowly going like this, and they're going to get higher and higher. And that's what the problem is with Manchester United now for the rivals. And there's going to be a dynamic shift in this league, um, because money is not everything anymore in the footballing world. I'll be honest. It's not about how, like, now FFP has become a bit more like there's more rules in the FFP stuff, and that it's kind of like now you can fall off now. Like Man City haven't fallen off because they've got the world's best manager and they've got an amazing team. But don't mean that Manchester United are still going to be there in 10 years. Sorry, Manchester City. Don't mean in 10 years' time. In 10 years' time, you could watch Man City being like Arsenal was and that. Maybe not as bad because I think they've got better ownerships that are a bit more clued up. But they could be a team finishing fourth, fifth, battling for top four if a few things don't go right, a few signings don't work out, and the next managerial appointment ain't perfect. These sort of things. So the swings and roundabouts in the league, and I actually think this season Manchester United are going to surprise a lot of people. I think that a lot of people think they're gonna like. There's people saying they reckon Chelsea would do better than United. I don't think that will happen. I think Chelsea fans are more deluded than Manchester United fans, because for me, Chelsea fans like to say that they're ahead of Man United. I don't agree. You just sign loads of players, and that's why you feel like that, because you look on paper and you go, we got all these players, but you're kind of doing what Manchester United were doing and just signing players for the sake of it. Manchester United now signing with a purpose. They've signed Euro, got him in, great signing, 50 something million they paid for him. Great signing. They also signed, who else have they signed? Manchester United. Manchester United have made a few signings that I was like, you know what, they look like they might be signing Ugarte. There's a few signings. They've got Kobe Mainu coming through. Kobe Mainu's going to be one of the proper. Do you know what it is? Kobe Mainu's going to be the reason Manchester United come back. I said it on a stream. I've said it to my friends before, and I said, not forget the type of player they are, because they're not the same type of player. Kobe Mainu is Manchester United's Bukayo Saka. It's almost like I'm watching Man United right now. It's almost a carbon copy of Arsenal. This kid's come out of nowhere through the youth system, and he's come, and he is going to lead them to be back to doing good things, competing for leagues and stuff like that. I'm telling you, it's Xerxes, the other signing that they've made, and they're getting deeper into other signings. Even Xerxes, great signing. No need to go and spunk fucking 80 million on another striker. You've got to believe in Højlund. Yeah, you got to give him another year. And then if it don't work out, then maybe the year after that, after this, you can go and say, you know what, let's look for another striker. They've bought in Van Nistelrooy. Let him work with Højlund. Why are you going to go and sign another top tier fucking striker, in my opinion, if you're Manchester United? There's no point doing that. So for me, Manchester United are doing all the right things right now. And it's just a little bit like, man, it's annoying watching them do the right things, you know? It's annoying because you're like, damn, it was funny. Listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm not one that's going to now shit on Manchester United just for the sake of shitting on Manchester United. I'll tell them they've done right stuff. I can listen. I was happy when they were making all the mistakes, but I'm not going to act like these are mistakes they're making now, because that's just liars. They're actually improving. They're moving forward. People need to just accept it and move on and make sure your team is competing and make sure your team is improving. That's all I really care about. At the end of the day, Manchester United can keep improving, keep improving, and keep improving. As long as we keep improving, we're all right. We're there or thereabouts. Listen, we've got to get out of our head the Man City dynamic of this league, that you win that a team, it's normal for a team to win 4 leagues out of 5 and to win 6 out of 7. Like, this ain't normal. Yes, like back in the day it happened a bit more with Manchester United, but there was always this competing between the teams. There was always this, you could win, they could win. Arsenal, Man United went through it. And I'm being real. That's what I'd like the Premier. Listen, don't get it wrong. If I had my own wish and I could wish for anything, of course, I'd wish Arsenal to win the league every fucking year. No sport fan wouldn't do that. But I'm not gonna. I would rather, entertainmentally wise, you'd rather watch a different team win it every other year. Like Arsenal win it, then a Man United win it, then Man City win it again, then Arsenal win it again, then maybe Arsenal does a double, but then Man United are back again, then Chelsea get a win in, then Liverpool are back again. Do you know what I mean? That's what is more entertaining when you go into a season and you're not like the favourites of Man United, Man City, and it's definitely going to be Man City. Do you know what I mean? Shout out Mustafa. I knew when Radcliffe came in, he would be improving the way he conducts himself in interviews. Listen, brother, you're 100% right. 100% right. The way since he's come in, and I know there was a lot of fans that wanted, a lot of Manchester United fans that really wanted the Saudi owners and stuff, which, yeah, it's fun to have the Saudi owners and have be like, we could spend this amount of money. Manchester United's always spent money. That's not an issue for Manchester United. I actually think, looking back now, yeah, because I was actually I'm gonna be honest, I was more frightened of Manchester United getting the Saudi owners. I'm now looking back on it and thinking maybe I was wrong. Maybe Radcliffe was actually the more scary option because he actually wants to win stuff with Manchester United. He wants to bring Manchester United back. And that's what I'm saying. That is, yeah. That is what is frightening. That they've now got an owner, and the fact that they've still got the Glazers, but they've got set back and said, we ain't doing nothing to do with football now. We're just money. Yeah, we just, maybe it might be something in the future of them being there still that might cause them a few problems. And yeah, listen, I'll be honest, yeah. Manchester United are frightening right now. Moving forward, Arsenal have Manchester United in a pre-season game tonight, 1 o'clock in the morning for the UK viewers, because it's in the USA. I'll be watching it 100%. But I'll be honest, it doesn't matter. And I see this comment from Mustafa here. He's excited to see how we play tonight against you. Brother, listen, the one thing I will say is you should be excited to watch the game 100%. We all are. We love watching our team and that. But don't dwell on whatever the result is. Either way, if you beat Arsenal, don't be overgassed. If you lose to Arsenal, don't be over sad. It's pre-season. The teams are mismatched. They're not the right thing. There's still a lot of work to be done. It's all about fitness right now. So that is the main focus of these preseason games. If you remember rightly, last preseason, Manchester United beat Arsenal. And then you see the parallels in the season of the two teams miles apart. We were miles apart in the league, you know? So that's the one thing I will tell everyone. Arsenal fans as well. Don't get twisted. It's not only me. Arsenal fans as well. These preseason games, we drew with Bournemouth. People going, how are we drawing with Bournemouth and beating them only on penalties? Brother, listen, did you see the starting 11? Did you see the players that were coming on the pitch? There were youngsters in it. This ain't our team. You can't judge this team and be like, oh, no, we're going to be crap this season now because we drew with Bournemouth when 90% of the starting 11 weren't there. Ben White was the only starting defender that would be probably starting in our defence when the league starts. Maybe, excuse me, apologies. Maybe Jurrien Timber starts, but he wouldn't be starting in the centre-back position where he started that game. So therefore, the only player in the right position at the back was Ben White at right back that will start the season. Same with Manchester United. When they play, you're not going to have the full team out there because people have been on international. Normally, you see a bit more of the main team. But because the Euros has been on, it's even less now. So there's no point in really, yeah, exactly. Taking shot. Listen, preseason for me is about match fitness, seeing how good the players seeing individual performances from players. Like you want to see like a nice individual performance from a Martinez or these are just examples, or a McTominay or something like that. Like imagine. The other thing is to give players a chance. Some of these youngsters, show me something. Show me something for this season going into the league. Yeah, players can show off if they want to leave. Yeah, players can show off their ability to get a better move. People might see them. For example, you might want to sell Scott McTominay. No suitors are coming in. He plays a couple preseason games, look really good, and someone goes, you know what, McTominay's a good shout for our team, and they come and get him. These are the sort of things that preseason is about, and mainly the fitness. That is the main thing. Don't listen. There's times where teams have lost all of their in preseason games, and then they've gone and won the league or won the Champions League. You know, this has happened. Manchester City lost 4-3 to Celtic. Was it 4-3 or 5-4? One of the two. Celtic. You think Man City are going to start the league crap and losing like that? No. Listen, hopefully Euro does play against Jesus. It will be good battle, or even Kai. I don't think Kai is going to be there for that game. I may be wrong. I don't think he will, but Jesus will definitely be there. And listen, I'm looking forward to seeing a bit of Euro. I'm looking forward to seeing Euro play. I think he's a great player. A lot of people are hating on the signing. I think it's a great signing. The one thing I have said is that I do not think he chose Manchester United over Real Madrid. I thought he weren't really given a choice, but who cares? Once again, I say this all the time. No one should care about that. I wouldn't care. Yeah, if Arsenal ended up signing, if Arsenal had signed Mbappe because he sort of didn't have a choice, kind of like he wanted Real Madrid, but they weren't thinking, and he was getting forced into the move. Look, oh, mate, I'm tired. Yeah, forced into the move. Then would I care once Mbappe's in an Arsenal shirt? No, I wouldn't. I'm not comparing Euro to Mbappe, but it just is what it is. Are you watching the Olympics? No, I'm not really a fan of the Olympics. I do like the Olympics. I'll catch highlights and stuff like that. But for me, yeah, the Olympics isn't like, I haven't got time. I haven't got loads of time, so I won't watch it. We had to pay the fee for Euro, otherwise he'd be at Madrid 100%. That's what I mean. You had to slap that. You had to give him good wages. You had to basically make Lille push him out the door, because otherwise they would have never let him. He would have gone Real Madrid. I am still surprised. Listen, you had to have a bit of pull for him to not wait. Obviously, there's the rumours that Manchester United, Lille said to him basically, we won't play you all season if you don't go to Man United. I could have scared him into going, but I feel like if it was a worse team, that was looking for him, then to be honest, he wouldn't have gone. He would have waited. But Man United are still a decent team. Therefore, he would probably be happy to wait around, to not wait around and to go Manchester United. You know, if it was like Everton, he wouldn't have gone. You know, Moreno, Fabio Ruiz, who do Arsenal need? This is a good question, and I do not know which one I'd take out of the two. I'll be honest, it's not my job. Like I cop out and say it's not my job. I'd probably say go and get both of them. I'll be honest, I'd say go and get both of them. You know why? Because they're not expensive. You can get one on a loan, and you can get one for 25 to 30 million. Yeah, go and get two midfielders, and you've basically paid 25, 30 million. I think they're two different types of midfielders as well. If I was to say one, I don't know, man. I keep thinking Fabian Ruiz because he really impressed me in the Euros, but I do think that Moreno could be a seriously good player, man. And yes, we are. Arsenal are still linked to Gyökeres. I want him really badly, and I am one that sat here with chest and said I think he will be playing for Arsenal next season. The thing is with him, we're just waiting to get Eddie Nketiah out the door. We need to hurry up and get Eddie Nketiah out the door, man. We need to hurry up and get Eddie Nketiah to Marseille and fucking tell him hurry up, man. They're taking too long. We need that guy gone so we can go and sign a Gyökeres or something like that. I don't see us selling an Eddie Nketiah and not improving the team. Us getting Eddie Nketiah and not signing a striker. So for me, that is great for Arsenal. But yeah, listen, Manchester United, as I said, they're looking frightening. They're looking good. They're going forward. They're moving in the right direction. And we can't really we can't really count them out. Not of this season. They're not gonna win the league this season. I think they're gonna finish fourth this season. But like, yeah, I think you can't rule them out from competing in the next 3 years, to be honest. ESR to Fulham nearly done 35 mil. Yeah, literally. And this is what I mean. If ESR goes, then I think you get Fabian Ruiz and also get Moreno. I think if he goes, you got to get both of them. Unless Arteta has something else up his sleeve. ESR does make me a bit sad, him going. Eddie and Nelson, good riddance. I'm sorry. I like you guys. Thank you for what you've done for the club, being the boys and that. I think they deserve as well to leave Arsenal Football Club and go and get main football and good time elsewhere. Reece Nelson, it's just, I don't know. He's just Reece Nelson and Eddie. They're good players, but I think Arsenal are a level above them. I think they're mid-table Prem teams. Like you put Reece Nelson's like a Wolves player, in my opinion. You know what I mean? He's like a West Ham player or something. You know. I expect us to challenge in 2 years, Ratcliffe, and win 3 years. Arsenal need to be Manchester United need to be challenging. Yeah, I hear that 100%. I hear you 100% on that. Like, I think the manager's going to be a key thing. I think you got to give a new manager that comes in a few years to be competing. And the reason I say that as well is because, like, competing right now means your team has to be really good. Your team has to be, you have to know your team and you have to be really consistent. Woo! Apologies. You have to be really consistent with it. So, yeah, it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing. Donna, mate, you keep asking this question. It means like, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's just an Italian gesture. It can mean many different things. It's like, what do you want? Or like, come on, like, what do you need? Like, it can mean loads of things. It's really hard to kind of explain what it really means. You just do it. Like, it's an Italian thing. Yeah, listen, Manchester United, as I said, I'm going to start wrapping up this show. It's gone a little bit longer than I wanted. I wanted it to be 20 minutes, to be honest, but we've gone a little bit over. Remember, guys, shout out Mustafa and Donna every time in the comments. Yeah, listen. Oh, 1 minute. I'll reply to this. People don't understand. So Alex and Wenger had to rebuild 2-3 teams. It wasn't easy. No, it wasn't. It wasn't easy, and Ferguson done it better than Arsene Wenger. Times were different back then. Times were different. These two managers, I would like to see how these two managers would have done nowadays, like as young managers. Like by the time Arsene Wenger got to these times later on, he sort of fell off completely because he didn't move with the times. It would have been interesting to see a young Wenger and a young Ferguson in this current way of football. But for me, Pep Guardiola has kind of ruined football in many ways, the style of football and stuff like that. But listen, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you share this to everyone on your social medias, all that. Share my tweets. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. All of the links are in the description. Not the links, the names are in the description. Just look me up. Follow me. Thank you. And listen, anyone that's watching this on a record, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. Remember, people, you got to remember this. Yeah, you got to remember this. Eat pizza, eat pasta. Bakayo Block Clot Saka, Sicilian Gooner. Peace.